So the next tab that I want to talk about is going to be time and loops. It's this tab right here, right? So in time and loops, you can see that I can see the waveform of the song, right? So this is the waveform of the song from beginning to end, right? And we can do a lot in this. We can sort of trim things off, determine when something starts, when something stops. We can change things around quite a bit. You'll see that I have the start time and I have an end time, and these are not, you can't change these from here. I can change the play count. If I want to make a loop, right, to where it plays the same cue over and over again, I can determine how many times I want that to happen, or I can set it as an infinite loop. So let's look a little bit about our start and stop times. And when we can play the cue from here. If you look in the lower right hand corner here, you'll see that you have a little preview play button and a rewind. So I can play, and I've started the track. I could pause and restart from the exact same place, or I can rewind. Now, in this case, what I want to do is I want to cut all that beginning off, and I just want to go to where the song begins. So I can use my magnifying glass to zoom in and out of my track. If I zoom in, I get a scroll bar that then lets me scroll across the entire track, right? So now I've scrolled to the beginning of the track, and I'm going to preview. Right, and I'm going to let this play, and I want to go ahead and cut all of that guitar off. Let's go ahead and rewind. I can determine where this starts in preview just by clicking, and I've just clicked anywhere along this bar, and now let's hit preview. Oop, that didn't work. Let's go here. There we go. And now let's try it. Right? I double clicked, and I wanted to start right here with that, going into that little set of keyboard trills, right? So if I want to change my start time, I'm just going to go ahead and slide my start bar across to just before that. Let's rewind and let's see if it works. Did pretty well. Let's rewind. Let's change my start time just a little bit tighter. Now, I may not be able to see exactly what I need to see. Wherever I click my bar, right? Wherever I click the bar is where it's going to show, or is where it's going to zoom into. So I'm going to zoom into that little bar. You can see that this little bar is staying in the middle. And I can zoom in more and more and more and more and more and more so that I can really fine tune where I want it to start. Oh, that didn't work. I have to rewind and now play. That sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Now, let's say that maybe all I want is that little trill, that's going to be the sound effect, right? So now I can zoom back out, just keep clicking on it, right? And here, over here is my stop. And if I move my stop bar all the way across, and now let's zoom back in. Remember, we're zooming to wherever our bright yellow bar is. Let's rewind. And let's hit play. Right? Pause. So right about here is where where it started, where the vocal started. So let's go ahead and slide our stop counter right to there and rewind. Right? And so that now is where we end, right? So we just preview. Right, so that's how we stop and start set a stop and start time for a cue. Now we could set that to where it looped. It's going to be an awkward loop at best, just because the track cuts off. But let's go ahead and let's play. I think I needed to hit enter. Let's preview again. Right? It's an awkward cut, but you get the point that we could loop, and we could set an infinite loop to where it would go forever. There's a really good example right here in our single phone, right? So first thing I'm going to do is turn my phone down because I know it's really loud, right? So let's go ahead and hit play. Still pretty loud. I think I'll go through and I'll turn it down a little bit more. That's a little better. It's a little less annoying, right? And so now let's go to our time loop. And if we were to loop that, I don't know, let's say we were to loop it 6 times. Enter. And now I can preview. Right? So now I have a phone ring that repeats and repeats. So anyway, that's a little bit about, we're still ringing. Right? So that's a little bit about audio levels and time loops, right? And being able to set the start and stop time. And so I will have some more information in the next videos, and I'll see you soon.